Happy Halloween, followers of fear. How are you? I'm spooktacular. So it's been a while since I posted, so you can probably guess I did not win in the Face of Horror contest. I kind of got kicked out after like the third or fourth round. Oh well, c'est la vie, that's that. But there's more to look forward to and more to be happy about. Case in point, it's Halloween, the best day of the year, when we can be as spooky as we want to be and everyone mostly joins in. And I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. Pay no attention to my browsing history. I'm a writer, not a serial killer. I love that shirt. Also, in honor of the holiday, I'm going to do a special reading today. So, as you know, recently, an anthology I was part of, not just as a contributor, but also as one of the people who helped to create it, That Which Cannot Be Undone, was released. And oh my god, the response we've been getting. So many people love the book. There's been so many people getting copies, leaving reviews online. And my story's been mentioned more than a few times, which makes my day. I love that people are enjoying my story, as well as all the other stories, that they love this project we put our heart and soul into, and I really hope more people can discover it. Of course, people don't discover books in a vacuum. You have to work to get people to read them. So, in that spirit, I'll be doing a short reading from my own story. Is anyone there? Now, this story is actually pretty funny. You've probably seen some of my ghost hunting videos in at the Ohio State Reformatory. If not, just troll through my videos. You'll find them. And in one of those videos, I did a dowsing rod session to communicate with spirits attached to Old Sparky, the electric chair that they have housed there. And I got that spirit on video talking to me, and I use that incident as the genesis for this story I'm about to read to you. Is anyone there? There's a certain character in the story who's a blonde writer. Let me know if he sounds familiar. I'm not going to read the whole story, obviously, but I'll read enough that you will hopefully get interested, and may want to read more and get the entire book. So, Is Anyone There by Ram Younger. The blond man holds up the two L-shaped copper dowsing rods in front of him, his arms tucked into his sides so he can stand as still as possible. He holds the rods by the short ends, which are wrapped in plastic cylinders so he's not directly touching the metal, while the long ends swing freely back and forth. To me, they look like antennae he's searching for a signal, which, I guess, in a way, they are. The blond man stands in front of the glass wall, keeping people from getting too close to Old Sparky. He faces it, expectant. Off to the side, another man in an Argyle kilt is filming the blond man with a mobile phone, while the rest of his tour group wait in anticipation. Except for their tour guide, Catherine, all of them are vendors for the convention the prison is hosting tomorrow, and all of them are at least open to the idea of a world beyond this one. A world which, if the rumors are true, is especially thick and active here at the Ohio State Reformatory. And I know from personal experience that it is. The blond man clears his throat and says in a loud voice, "Cross the rods for yes, push them apart for no. Is anyone there?" I don't know why I do this. Before I know what's happening, I step in front of him and force the rods together in a cross shape. I'm not sure how I'm able to manipulate these things. It's something to do with willpower and how energetic I'm feeling, but the specifics elude me. Nevertheless, I'm able to make them move, and the blond man's face lights up. He and the others in the room can't see me, but they can see the results. In their minds, a spirit is answering him. Which in actuality, a spirit is answering them. I am answering them, but they don't know that. They only have what they see and believe to go on. Whatever their beliefs, they're excited, none more so than the blonde man. Uncross the rods, please, he says. I uncross and straighten them. The blonde man asks his next question. Did you die in the electric chair? I cross the rods again. Yes, I died in old Sparky over there. I uncross the rods on cue and the man asks, did you die here in the Ohio State Reformatory? Now that's a trick question. He knows no one was ever executed at this prison, let alone me. Catherine, the tour guide, just told them 5 minutes ago how old Sparky was only used in executions in Columbus before being retired and thrown in a warehouse for storage. It was then brought to the Reformatory, the state's official prison museum, where it became part of the collection. And every time it was moved, it brought all the spirits still attached to it, including myself, along for the ride. Ghost hunters, both amateurs and professionals, ask trick questions to establish they're actually speaking to an intelligent spirit. The answers match up to the historical record. It's supposed to prove to skeptics that the hunters really are communicating with something, rather than mistaking random movements of the rods for communication. I pushed the rods apart to indicate a no. The blind man turns to Catherine, who's standing by the door. You said nobody was executed here at the prison? He asks. Catherine nods her head. That's right. There were no scheduled executions at OSR. She then cocked her head, listening. We have to wrap this up. One of the other tour groups is on its way. One more question? He gets the okay, then says to me, were you innocent of whatever crime got you sent to the chair? I am not expecting this sort of question. From watching plenty of other spirits interact with the living, I've learned that most people seem to assume that prison ghosts deserve to be one. After all, if you were innocent, wouldn't you have gone straight to heaven after you died? If you're still here, this is probably your eternal punishment. He waits for an answer. I reach up and cross the rods again. Yes, I was innocent, but because I was of the wrong race, the wrong class, and I had relatives with criminal records, I was still convicted, sentenced to die, and eventually executed via electric shock. And as far as I know, nobody else has figured out an innocent man was sent to the chair that day. The blond man nods, thanks me, and drops the rods back into his bag before retrieving his phone from the man in the Argyle kilt. Did you get everything? The kilted man nods. Yep, you, the chair, and the rods moving. It might even go viral. The blond man laughs. That's the hope. They follow the tour group out of the electric chair room and up a flight of stairs to the warden's residence on the second floor. I stay behind. I'm tired. I don't know how a ghost can be tired, but I am. It's one of the many mysteries that, despite over 60 years attached to that damned chair, I still can't answer. 60 years in a special kind of hell. And to find out what happens, you'll have to get the book itself and read the rest of the story. That Which Cannot Be Undone. It's available from Amazon in paperback and ebook, featuring 18 stories written by 18 Ohio authors, all horror, all set in Ohio, and all revolving around the theme, That Which Cannot Be Undone. Please support this project and get a copy. And if you like what you read, please leave a review online so we know what you thought. And that's all for now, my followers of fear. I've got a fun night with a friend planned for Halloween. We're going to sit and watch some movies and eat some pizza and some cupcakes. And hopefully get scared. I'll be wearing a costume. I hope my friend does too. So until next time, good night, happy Halloween, and pleasant nightmares, and make sure to let the candle in the jack-o'-lantern go out naturally. Otherwise, something may come to exact its vengeance upon you. Toodles!